day 5. Day 5 of the SumS series. I am feeling good. And like I said, I'm going to be a bit different, so I hope you guys are prepared for the switch. But there's no time to be joking around anymore. If you guys want to see the collective reality shift, you have to shift your own inner world, and things outside of you will shift. And I'm not even kidding you. When I started this challenge, weeks before I started this challenge, it felt like animals in nature were reacting differently to me. I almost had birds land on me during my walks, during my little 10K morning walks at like 5 a.m., 5 to 6. It's crazy. And there's this little bunny in the yard that comes out, and every morning it was getting closer. And this was all in preparation for doing this series. So I'm telling you guys, it's a frequency. We have aura, we have an electromagnetic field around us. And when you're telling yourself, when you're self-deprecating, or you're just being like, I don't know if I could ever do it, I can't do it, or you're taking in what other people are saying about you, you're dimming your light. And I want to ask you something. If you really do believe a God exists, if you're someone like that watching this channel, it's okay. You know, everyone is really welcome here. I don't care. You can watch the videos, get mad, leave, stay. It's up to you. These are just for the one who can hear the frequency. Would a God, you tell me, want you belittling yourself, wanting you to feel like you are under me, you praise me? To me, not in my reality, not in my world. And what got me to having these psychic little foresight visions, clairaudience, clairvoyance, all of that stuff, was going in on my own internal state. Having my kundalini pop out my back, third eye cracked open. When I was 18 is when the visions really started, but that all happened because I kept asking questions. I kept asking why. Why God? Why this? Why that? Why is there the killing? Why is all this? And it said, because God is you. God is you. You're not responsible for all these things. This is the byproduct of creation having freedom. That's why the Bible literally tells you, and I'm not religious, but it says, I, the Lord, do all the good, the evil, everything. People believe in God, but then forget this motherfucker made Satan too. It's all working out in your favor. It's all to get you back to source. This world, sorry, I got a little notification, got distracted. This world is a frequency game. Nikola Tesla, you want to understand how to speak to the universe, you have to think in terms of frequency, energy, and vibration. We all have electromagnetic fields. When your aura is more dense or you're talking shitty, even the plants, they start to die, don't they? Things start to, you start to hate yourself, you start to be overly stressed. What happens when some people who are overly stressed finally get out of that survival mode mindset? Sickness immediately. Or even for people who are already in the stress, heart problems, back problems, this problem, these problems, sickness, because they are already manifesting through your energy. So if you don't want to get those things and you want those things to basically purge from your body, just like me, I just did a 4-day. This is funny. I was doing a 7-day fast, but I had to break it because weird heart palpitations. I got a little bit worried, but I completed 4 days. At the end of that 4 days, I woke up at 4 a.m. with massive amounts of energy. You guys probably seen the video. Maybe, I don't know when I'll release it. I talk about it. You're cutting off the world when you fast. You're cutting off everything. You're cutting off the genetically modified food if you're in America. You're cutting all the outside. And even time, the perception of time even works different when you're on a fast because you're not preparing meals. It's literally just you and your own mind and your own energy. And that's why I was doing it for me, because I already eat pretty clean and everything. But you know what I'm saying? And when you forcibly be like, no, I'm shutting off, you will experience crazy things during a fast. So many people experience profound things, and it depends, because some people don't go in looking for that. But the reason fasting works so well, and even the Bible talked about it, is because you're literally just cutting off the physical, sustenance and everything for the body and the mind and everything. So you're just cutting it and being like, nope, I'm doing a hard reset in my body. I'm controlling my aura. And that's why you fucking, you get all the physical benefits. Of course, I'm not going to break these things down because I'm not like a doctor, but the ketosis and autophagy and everything, your body naturally goes through that, and heals itself. But really, when people say the body heals itself, the mind, all these things, we have a magnificent, almost a magnificent piece of technology that was meant to be experienced and take us back to source. Your body holds frequencies. You know when they say trauma is stored in the hips and all this and all that, and that's why girls gotta shake it because it's stored in the hips. It gets stored. These things get stored. So what the fuck do you think you're gonna? I'm like tripping up because it's like, so you want to go throughout your life saying that you can't do things, that you can't learn things, that you're smart, that you don't have the spark in you to fucking embody this higher way of speaking about yourself, this higher mind. Because when you do it, everything shifts. I'm not even kidding you. It's crazy the things that happen. As I was doing this challenge, you know what? I'll say this. I didn't want to be weird because I try to stay humble about these things. I don't want to say it. But I had my shirt off. I had this like black shirt. Now the whole time during the series, when I'm saying this, is actually before I started the series, when I went to help my girlfriend move out of her college apartment, there was a guy that was literally like this. And I'm going to show you perspectives real quick. There was a guy who was a DoorDash delivery. He brought my girlfriend food she ordered for me, and he came out the car and he was like, "Oh, I see your arms, man. You're working out," and like whatever. Or I don't know if he said I looked big or fit or whatever, because I do look fit, but I'm pretty slim. You know, I'm a pretty slim dude with like, but pretty cut. And we laughed about it, and she was like, "Yo," my girlfriend said this to me, "You always attract people who say things to you or do things." And yes, that's just my aura. That's nothing I really ever affirmed. But when I started to understand energy, I understand why. I just have like an inviting energy. People have told me in interviews I'm so easy to talk to, things like that. It's all the time because this is an energy thing. So what is your energy calibrated to? But I laughed at that. When I ended up telling my cousin that story, she was like, "What, did he want to like make love to you or something?" Or like, she said something a bit more extreme. I don't want to be cursing too much in these videos, just in case anyone has their kids watch along, because I've seen other creators who kind of talk pretty extreme and they'd be like, "Oh, I watch you with my kids." So I want to be careful for the kids if anyone goes through the series. But it cracked me up that she said that perspective. I'm pretty sure she was probably joking. I don't really know. But I was like, no, he's just complimenting me. It's just a dude complimenting another dude. I do that too. I'd be telling people I love their locks and everything. But anyways, what I'm saying is that before I even started this challenge, that has been a thing that's a long running thing for me. No matter where I go in public, someone is saying something. Like even I went to the store and someone thought I was like, they were like, "What sport do you play?" I was like, I don't play any. They're like, "Not in football or nothing?" I was like, "Nope. I do a little bit of martial arts here and there, but no, I don't want brain trauma." I'm just joking. What is the thing called? CTE? I don't remember what it's called, but like the close traumatic injuries or whatever to your skull rattling. Yeah, I'm good. Stayed away from that when I was younger. I'm more of a martial arts, like as the arts part of martial arts, the form, the flow, feeling like a dragon, etc., etc. Look at even why I do this with my hair, 2 little dragon horns going back. I really love doing this style. It's really to keep them out of my eyeballs, but yeah, gets me closer to feeling like a dragon. No, I am a dragon. But in all seriousness, why would you go through the world? Why would a God want you to go through a world and say, "I am nothing without God"? Because that statement is true in a sense. It is true, but what kind of God? The one that's gonna send you to hell, or the one that's telling you, "Hey, don't fall for this world we created because it was supposed to be a beautiful experience, and there's beautiful nature and there's beautiful wonders out there, and people are actually amazing out there." It honestly, social media blows up the negative of everything, but when you go out in the real world, there are people talking and just being offline, being in the real world, and they are genuine people. So, you know, social media has a tendency to take and twist all that, but it's a double-edged sword. I love social media, you know, for like, if you actually use it and not let it use you. But you really think in these belief systems and stuff, these entities would want you to put yourself so far under their foot that it was like, yes, obey and praise me. They show you shows, they show you movies, they show you video games on where this becomes problematic. You are the chosen one. Talk highly of yourself. Do not put yourself under anything in this existence, or you will be reincarnating here forever. You are the power. That is the point. And that's what this series is meant to serve. The super unhinged manifesting is just to show you to get up, not give a shit, and go for it. So this is my video to you, basically telling you, day 5, I'm going to be saying ridiculous stuff, but you're going to follow along, and I'm going to say it in the beginning of the video. You're going to follow along, gods and goddesses. All right. I love y'all. I'm out of here for day 5. Like I said, I've been affirming all morning. I am abundant. Everything is working out for me. I actually have an interview tomorrow. I have everything. It magnetizes to me. I'm one of the best in my field. I'm always consistent. I'm loyal. I'm strong. I'm always, bringing light to the room. It doesn't matter. I'm getting rid of the darkness. I'm so bright that it burns darkness out. I'm so bright that my darkness has to work with me. Say things that are fun. Have fun with this. Be as the children. But anyways, I love y'all. Make sure you're keeping your self-concept high. Because if this is all energy and all aura, imagine when people start wearing aura glasses. I seen a Instagram video about that today. Imagine they look at you. This dude in the video was talking about how it's gonna help us spot NPCs. So I'm assuming NPCs or soulless beings don't have an aura around them, which would make sense. They're more like a automaton or some sort of there's a creature in D&D that it's called I don't know what it's called. The name's not coming to me right now, but maybe it'll come to me in one of the videos. But again, if you have a dim and a dark and a lower aura, you're gonna probably look like you barely have colors coming off you. But now if you're standing in your power and being like, hell yeah, I'm powerful, I'm putting in the work, I'm doing the work, because I know I only came here to save myself. And then through saving myself, I'm able to show others how to save themselves, and that's how you impact the community. So, yeah. That's it for day 5. We're not playing around anymore on here. It's gonna get crazy. Love y'all.